With the moon in the conceptual and humanitarian sign of Aquarius, you are likely to be a unique and somewhat progressive individual. There may be something about you that somehow separates you from everybody else. Aquarius is an air sign, and so pertains to ideas, concepts and communication. It relates to the social side of life in terms of the protocol that guides how we interact with each other. Aquarius is also a fixed sign, which gives qualities of focus, perseverance and endurance. When an Aquarius moon individual has a clear idea, they are unlikely to easily change it. This combination suggests that concept in relationship will be important for you. Your position as someone already on the outside gives you the ability to interpret the world around you from an often unique point of view. Because the emotional qualities governed by the moon are influenced by an air sign, you may be at times detached or inclined toward objectivity in your emotional responses. This sign is perhaps the least emotional of the zodiac, and consequently, you are likely to be more comfortable with words and ideas than you are with the more sentimental or passionate dimensions of life. You are likely to feel more at ease with fact and concept, and may struggle at times to understand others who are more driven by passion or instinct. This does not mean that you are not emotional. Far from it. It just implies you will naturally seek objectivity and reason when it comes to any emotional terrain. A tendency toward objectivity accordingly. You may prefer to nurture and support others from a distance, offering cool, clear and objective analysis to those around you, rather than getting deeply involved. Unless there are other watery features in your chart, emotional intricacies may not be your forte, and you are likely to feel at your best when able to offer guidance through logical support. Your great skill is your ability to rise above emotional confrontation and see the whole story for what it is. You may be well respected amongst your many friends for your social skills and virtuosity. Yet the depths of emotional experience may not make sense to you. You may even feel disdain when you see others giving over to personalized or dramatic displays. Collective orientation. You may prefer to offer your time and sympathy to impersonal, group or humanitarian causes, and may be more comfortable with collective concerns. This is a sign of friends and networks, and you may find that much of your emotional life is lived out through being connected to others. You may pour your energies into nurturing the group, as you have natural talents in human dynamics. This can at times be at the expense of relationships with those who are also close to you. For you may devote more energy to community interests or ideals than you do to personal concerns. On the upside, this means you are likely to have natural abilities with groups of people, and are able to relate to people from all walks of life, responding to each individual on their own terms without getting too bogged down in difference. You are likely to focus on what is similar in others, rather than what keeps them apart, and so have a gift for finding common ground. Because of this tendency, you may be a natural networker and find that you are drawn to develop friendships with people from many different walks of life. Your social cache is broad and you will probably benefit from the range of people that you know. Egalitarian by nature, you will usually believe in the same rights for all. In addition, Aquarius is a highly refined and civilized sign, and so you are likely to have well-developed interpersonal skills, plus interests that can be very broad and may even venture into the avant-garde. An outsider's point of view with the moon here. You may also tend to operate as an outsider or a lone wolf, preferring to maintain a detached view that is only possible from the outskirts. The moon here often generates an instinctive sense of somehow being different or on the outside, and this can then amplify any tendency to withdraw from emotional experiences. Often, those born with the moon here feel very different from the environment in which they grow up. The outsider experience is felt at a very early age. Accordingly, you may be so aware of your unique qualities that you tend to instinctively keep yourself separate from others, unconsciously believing that you are likely to be rejected by them. So best to get in and reject their support and nurturing first. Or you may feel such an innate sense of uncomfortableness around getting close that you make yourself special because of how different you are, and so reject others, feeling disdain for what you see as their commonness, and so staying exclusively on the outside of true emotional contact. On the deepest unconscious level, It is your own fear of closeness and / rejection that keeps these behaviors in place and may keep you from true intimacy with other people. This is a great position for people working in humanitarian and emergency situations, for it helps you to focus on the needs of the group and of the moment, rather than being personally affected by what is going on around. You will find your natural home in group situations, and your capacity to be objective means you can focus on solutions, not their emotional toll. Others will find you refreshing to be around because your ability to remain calm and civil can be especially sought out. Your vision and imagination is collective rather than personal, and you may be instinctively attuned to the future, able to sense what is on the horizon through reading the mood of the status quo. Brilliantly innovative moon in Aquarius can also suggest a degree of eccentricity, and you may be highly original in some way. If you have creative interests, then this placement can give a very unorthodox way of seeing the world. Aquarius is also a sign associated with radical change, and you may find that you have a need to rebel or break away from situations you perceive as being stagnant. Your need for freedom can manifest in many ways, and you are likely to be best in relationship with others who understand the need to give you space, as the moon can also describe how you experience home. You may tend to move around a lot. This position can suggest a person who needs to experience constant change and fluctuation in the regular circumstances of their life. You are likely to prefer light and airy places that give you an overall view. A city apartment or house high up on a hill can give you the perspective you seek. A place to live that satisfies your need for ideas and culture will be a good balance for the times when you need to be alone. Born with the moon in Aquarius at its best. Aquarius is an egalitarian and freedom-loving sign. Born with the moon here, you are likely to have an innate need to establish space and equality in your own and others' lives. Your sense of objectivity is your best asset, and your ability to connect with others is based mostly on your capacity to simply see others for who they are. As a civilized being, you thrive in situations that bring people and conversation together. Though at times you may feel the outsider, life will always go best for you when you find your own like-minded group. Deeply original. You will have a flair for independent analysis and thinking outside the box. You can be a great friend and supportive colleague through your ability to see the human condition in all its myriad and amazing forms. Thanks for listening, and remember to please subscribe.